So we're here again. This is going to be benefits of the knife. And we're going to talk a little bit about each blade that we have sitting here on the table. I think we've got a little bit of everything here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over the best EDC knives, best fixed blade knives, benefits of having them, and basically what you would use them for and
what you wouldn't use them for.
Yeah, what you wouldn't use them for.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so today I've been EDCing my Smith & Wesson Homeland Security. Just helped my buddy out, and we stripped a car. I took his front seats out for my truck, so I took my Smith & Wesson with me and used that for a little bit of wiring. So what we're going to do is we're going to start left to right, and then each of us are going to give you our opinion on them, what we think would they be good for. So let's start it off with the Smith & Wesson Homeland Security. So my immediate thoughts, if you guys subscribe to my channel, and have been for a while, you already know that I love this knife to death. This is a little bit on the larger side of an EDC knife, but it does hold an edge relatively well. This is a good utility knife, good work knife, all around. Would be a good defense blade if you had to use it, and I think it is an all-around perfect EDC knife if you have a cheaper budget. So what do you think?
See, now it's what I feel, it's not heavy, which is always a benefit. Let's see, easy to open, so if anyone causes you shit or whatever, just you got this right out.
What would you use it for? What would you use it for, utility or
probably more of an EDC?
Yeah, so like I said, I think I've been EDCing this knife since I got it. So really, I think it's an all-around perfect knife. I absolutely love it. I use it every day. So
yeah, it has a nice grip to it too.
It definitely, the finger choils lock your hand in there perfectly. Right at the tang of the blade, you have one that goes right over your index finger, and it's a very comfortable feel to it.
And you can see that he's been using this quite a bit. There's some wear on it.
There is a lot of wear on it, especially on the pocket clip on all the corners. And you can easily deploy it really fast, like I'll show you here. Right on the back here you have the flipper. You can flip it out. It doesn't have a, what it's got is a finger disc, which is a circular disc that sits on top of the blade and makes it very easily for left or right-handed opening. This is a tip up, carry only, right side carry. So you can open her up in a flash, and I absolutely love it. It is a liner lock, so guys, if you have a champagne dreams and a beer budget, check out the Smith & Wesson Homeland Security. So yeah, that was done. Let's let Richard start off with this one here.
Okay.
So this is the AK-47 USSR edition. So,
see here. Fast deployment. Pretty nice there. Now, for me personally, I'm not sure if I would use this as a EDC. Just like that, because this here probably be in the way in your pocket. Now it's a little bit more heavier than the last one there. So I think I would probably use, for me personally, I would use this as more of a utility, but you could use this as an EDC.
Yeah, like for me, I have never actually EDC'd this knife. I carried it with me for 2 days, and the bayonet hole on it, it really does get in the way of your pocket, and it really isn't that comfortable. It does have a sheath with it, but it's a really cheap sheath. It is very fast deployment though, and that blade did come razor sharp, like you can't shave hair with it. I love the urban camo style on it. It is a heavier blade, it is a liner lock, and it is assisted opening. It is tip up, right side carry only, So yeah, this is a cheaper knife that I picked up. So not a very good EDC knife unless you really want a bayonet hole stabbing you in the hip the entire time. You could use the sheath with it. I personally didn't like it, but that's just me.
Oh, just looking at it now, it looks like you might be able to remove the bayonet right there.
You could remove the bayonet hole, but the bayonet hole, the tab actually goes down, and that's what stops the blade from springing back on you. So without the bayonet hole, the blade's going to go full 180 on you and actually hit your hand. So,
but other than that, it's a pretty nice knife.
So I'm going to go on to our Princess Auto Special here. And this knife, it does need a little bit of loosening up. This is a combo edge. Once again, very comfortable in the hand for a cheap knife. It is got aluminum handle scales, and this is a frame lock design. This knife, it doesn't hold an edge very well. It is only surgical steel blade, but the thumb stud on it, they are actually kind of comfortable. There's one on each side, so you can open it left or right-handed very easily if it actually won't stick. I haven't used this knife in a while, and I have to clean it up, but I love the urban camo, or the foliage pattern on it. Sorry, I got a little messed up. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. So all you guys out there that know and do videos that being up since 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, it drives you a little nuts. But anyways, this knife, I love the camo style on it. I'm not big on combination edges, but I found that the cutting edge on this blade is so big that the plain edge is absolutely enough, and it doesn't inhibit the use at all having the combo edge.
Alright. This one is like a medium weight between the two from what I could feel here. Nice and thin, so it shouldn't bother you too much in your pocket. And you also have the clip here to put on your belt if you desire. Now,
yeah, with this one, it is a very, you really don't even notice it's in your pocket. I carried it at work the day after I got it, and I had to keep checking to make sure it was there. It is really light, and it's so skinny that you don't even realize it's there. This is a very good utility blade, and the point on it is enough that you could use it for defense if you necessarily had to. And I know all of us really wish and hope that would never have to happen to us, but you know, one day it might, and that's just the unfortunate world we live in at this time. So, you know, you could use it for EDC. It is a very good EDC knife. The only thing that I've really found with it is you have to touch up the blade every night and keep up on it. But other than that, I like it. It's a good EDC blade.
it should also be a very great outdoor knife too. So.
Yeah, it's actually not bad for outdoors. Wow, what would you use it for? Would you carry it or?
See. Oh, for what I would use, like let's say in city life, probably personally not, but if you live out in the woods or something, yeah, definitely. Like a country land or something like that. Nice saw here. Yeah, it would be perfect for like if you live in country or something. Like then this will be great. But if you're living in a city, I don't think you really need a saw if you want to cut anything.
Although the serrated part is really good if you're cutting steak. You shouldn't need that, but you know it does work, depending on who's cooking it. So, all right.
How do you close it?
It's a frame lock design.
Yeah.
So right over here, you push that to
okay.
the left.
I thought it was stuck there for a moment.
All right. So I'm gonna let Richard start with this one. This is the TAC Force Special Forces knife. So
let's see. Oh, I believe this is a belt cutter here.
Yeah, that's the seatbelt cutter there. Yeah.
Pretty handy in a dire situation. See, fast deployment, very light. It's probably just a bit bulky, but it's very light. One edge there. So this is like a thrusting weapon. It has a nice grip there. Let's see. Yeah, very like lightness here. Very pointy edge. Yeah, if I had this knife, I would probably carry it for my EDC, like around in town and stuff like that. Fast deployment. But just see how fast that goes. No one's gonna mess with you if you pull this out.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would definitely take this one. Light, just a bit bulky, but you get an extra handle and blade length there. What do you think?
Well, my personal opinion is it is very light. It's got the skeletonized handle, scales on it, and the liner is also skeletonized. So that does lighten it up quite a bit. My thoughts on the actual carry of it, it is bulky. The thumb studs, it's got a simulated handguard here, and the thumb studs are actually on the handguard itself. And I found that my biggest issue with this knife is when you pull it out, or even when you're walking sometimes. Like I carried this at work one night, and it actually opened in my pocket. So one thing I wish the TAC Force would have done is did what Kershaw did with their Kershaw Leak and a few of their other knives, is they put a safety on them. That's one thing I wish TAC Force would have done with this, just for the simple fact the blade is so big and it takes very little effort to open it up. That's my only real issue with it. This is once again tip down right side carry only, but it does have the glass breaker, the seatbelt cutter, very versatile knife, great for utility. This, if it had the safety, I would definitely recommend this as an EDC knife for everything. You can use it for defense, you can use it for opening boxes. It does hold an edge very well. This is for a 440C stainless blade, it really does hold an edge very well. You know, TAC Force is a cheaper branded knife, but I was very impressed with this knife when I got it. The deployment on it is so smooth, and it actually kicks your wrist a little bit. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, like I said in a few of my other videos, with my assisted knives, I do like a bit of a kick to them. That's just a personal preference though. The liner lock on it, the lockup is amazing on this. If you're one of those guys that really likes your blade centered, this knife is definitely not for you. The blade is really over to the right. It's got a huge gap on the left. But me, I'm not too big on the centering of my blades. So yeah, that's my opinion on the TAC Force here. I wish it had a safety, but it doesn't. So
it would probably be also good for someone who thinks they're going to be in a lot of danger situations.
Yeah, like for example, if you're a police officer, firefighter, paramedic, or anything like that, if this had a safety on it, I would definitely recommend it because it does have the seatbelt cutter. So if you're first response and you're on an accident scene or whatever, and you get that door open, you can't get the seatbelt out, or get the person out, you got the seatbelt cutter on here. And the benefits of having the seatbelt cutter is that's not going to put the person at risk of any injury because the blade is hidden. Once again, a glass breaker, if you are, you're driving, say it's wintertime, you're going over a bridge, you lose control, you end up in the water, you got the glass breaker, you can smash your window out with it. So if you are first response for any emergency or anything like that, this would be a good knife to have. But I'm sure you can get more. Actually, I know you can get more out there, like the what is it? The Trident. The Trident, that's got a seatbelt cutter and glass breaker on it, and that is an amazing knife. I will be getting one here pretty quick. I just gotta save up some money, but that knife I would definitely recommend over this. But if you, once again, if you're on a budget, you should check this knife out. I just wish I had a safety. Alright, so we're going to move along here. We're going to start with the Brew Co on the bottom side here. This knife is more of a hunting and outdoors knife. This would be great if you're into fishing, hunting, anything woodsmith, like woodcraft. This does have the gut hook on the back. I have used this for cleaning fish. I used it actually out at our undisclosed fishing spot, which if you guys go check out my videos, that's where we are. I actually used this on a fish one time, and the gut hook on it worked amazing. Very light. I love the handles. The texturing on it is great. I love the camo finish. Love the black blade. The thumb studs are amazing. There is a sheath for this knife. The only thing that I've actually had a problem with the sheath is when you sit down, the sheath is a hard polymer with fabric camo on it, and the polymer and the plastic actually dig into your hip when you're sitting down. I find it a little uncomfortable, but that's just me. What do you think?
Let's see. As a knife, this is a rubber grip, right?
Yeah, rubberized grip, yeah.
Yeah, so this won't slip in your hand if you're like dealing with slimy fish.
Exactly.
And let's see, you could almost have a fast deployment too if a bear comes and get you.
Don't know if I trust my life for that with bear, but
yeah, very light too. Nice handle. Sharp.
yeah, it's very sharp.
Yeah, I really like the feeling in the hand too. It could be, for my hand, it might be just a little better if this here was just slightly longer. What do you think?
For me, I've got smaller hands than Richard does.
Yeah.
I find it fits my hand perfectly, but if you do have larger hands, you know, like Richard said, you'd wish the back end of the handle was a little bit longer, but
other than this knife will get the job done, and see, you won't really want to carry this as an EDC, only on like hunting trips. Right?
yeah, like for me, I carried that as an EDC after I got it, and I wish I had a pocket clip on it, which it doesn't. If it did, it would be a little bit better, but it's designed to go into the sheath itself, and have that carried on your belt. But I use it as an EDC. It worked for a little while, and it does get the job done, but with the gut hook on there, it is definitely more of an outdoorsy hunting fishing knife. So. Alrighty.
Pretty nice knife.
So, oh, the dogs are going stupid. So, here we go. We're going to get involved in another assisted opening. This is just a cheaper knife. What do you think?
Let's see. It has a nice weight to it, but it's not heavy. It has like a quality feel to it. Fast deployment. Like it's sharpened at one edge here, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself here. But this will be a nice thrusting weapon. See. Yeah, this would be actually a pretty good EDC. It's just my hand is still a bit big too for this. Just like the little edge there, but that also makes it so you have a good grip in it, so it won't slip out of your hand if you decide to use it ever. Let's see. And a nice clip there.
This is a tip up carry only on the right side as well. So.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Also, it looks like you could wear it around your neck too.
Yeah, the lanyard hole, you could use this, put a lanyard on it. I wouldn't use it as a neck knife, but I'd use more of a fixed blade as a neck knife. We'll get into that in a second. Richard's actually got a good example of what I would use as a neck knife here.
Yeah, well, this I would definitely use as an EDC. What's your thoughts?
Well, my personal thoughts on this one, I wouldn't use this as an EDC knife. I would use this as a backup EDC knife, along with, I would use my Smith & Wesson Homeland Security as my main EDC knife. This is the one that normally, if I go out at night or whatever, by myself, or if I'm with one other person, this is the one I normally do carry with me. This goes into my left pocket, or my back pocket actually, and this is a last ditch knife if I ever have to use it. It is fast deployment. The cutting belly on it is not very big. It is more of a thrusting weapon. You could slash with it, but it's not going to do much. It is more of a penetration weapon, so I would definitely use this as a backup defense blade rather than a regular EDC knife, because you know it will cut cardboard and you know the stuff that you would come across every day. But I think my Homeland Security would have a much better chance at doing the utility work rather than this, because the blade is so thin. But other than that, weight and carry, I absolutely love it. You don't really know what's in your pocket, like you can feel it, but it's not too heavy. One other thing that I do like about this is right at the tip, it kind of goes into a triangular point, almost like an arrow. And if you have to, less lethal, uses a Kubaton as a force multiplier. And if you hit someone with that, it's going to be, all that force is going to be multiplied with the tip here and focus on one point. And you probably could break someone's hand very easily with this. So, you know, there you go, less lethal. You can go into a hammer fist and hit them with the butt of it if you want to spread out the force a little bit. But yeah, like this one has definitely multiple applications for it. It is definitely a defense blade, but yeah. So, all right, we're gonna move on here to a cheaper knife that I have. This blade isn't very sharp, but yeah.
It looks intimidating.
It does look intimidating, that's for damn sure. So this one here, I took my attempt at doing a double edge on it. I did a just changing the angle of the grind. This knife, it's got a lot of blade play in it. It is a liner lock. The blade is very big. It's bulky. It's not heavy, but it's not exactly light either. It's about a medium on the weight scale. This is tip down carry only on the right side once again. I think they tried to mimic Spider Co with their spider hole, with the Spider Co like with the thumb hole here, just because it does look something like what Spider Co would use on their knives. But yeah, once again, it is a cheap knife. It's just a stainless steel, made in China. Very cheap, very light. Not a very good blade. Do not carry this one. But if you had to, you could use it as an UGC.
See. Yeah, it's not as, when you like the size of it, you think it'd be way more heavier. But it's not too heavy, but it is a bit heavy.
Yeah, I'd say it's about a mid-range weight. It's definitely heavier than the Smith & Wesson, not Homeland Security.
See, if you're a Rambo, I think I would recommend this knife. See, edge is not totally sharp, but
yeah, it doesn't hold an edge very well at all.
But I think with this, I think you get more intimidation than actual use. So I guess if you're like in a very bad neighborhood or wherever, want to scare someone off, pretty sure if you showed this to them, it would freak them right out. But yeah, it seems a bit bulky if you wanted to have it every carry-on. You could probably use this, but you'd say it doesn't hold the edge too long?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't hold an edge very well at all.
Yeah, but it's not too bad though. Like you could carry it with you.
You very well could carry it with you. The jipping on the back of the blade, it does lock your hand in there very well. So you could go into a number of different grips with it. But like I said, the blade play on it, everything, I would definitely not trust it. The spacers on the inside, right at the butt of the blade, or right at the back of the blade, one of the spacers that every time you flick it open, it knocks the spacer down. It's just a cheap blade. I ended up crazy gluing the spacer back in. So,
but if you want intimidation, I would say go with this.
Definitely, yeah. Alright, so we're going to start with this one here. This is the Kershaw Leak. So,
This one, very light,
Very light, yeah.
fast opening. Now you could use this as a utility too, I believe. Blade feels nice. Feels real nice in the hand too.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this I would carry on with me. Like this will probably be very efficient if you do not want to carry much on you. You could really hide that too. Also have it a belt on the belt too there. Very nice. I like this one. I should get me this.
You should get one, man.
Yeah, very like you think this will be more heavier too, because it actually looks like very nice quality. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm gonna go on with this one. This knife I could go on for a very long time with, but I won't bore you guys with it. So a lot of you Kershaw guys out there, you know exactly what this knife is. This is a great utility blade. In my opinion, this is the best knife you could ever buy as far as utility and EDC. This knife, I absolutely love it. The deployment is fast and smooth. The blade holds an edge very well. It's small, it's concealable, it's light, it's fast opening. It makes very short work of cardboard, tape, everything that I've put this knife through, it has handled it like it was nothing. It just chews it up and asks for more. So like, definitely if you guys are into Kershaw and you don't have a leak, go check it out. The pocket clip is actually 2-position on this. You can carry it right side tip down, or you can carry it right side tip up. This does have the safety on it. Unfortunately, this is the last one they had at the store that I bought it from. This was the show model, and the lock was actually broken on it, so I actually got it for cheaper. So this one does not have the lock on it, so if you guys actually know if you can get parts for these knives, let me know, because I'd like to have the safety on it. This knife, I absolutely love. The pocket clip is incredible. It holds it in your pocket very securely. You're not going to lose it. You know it's there, but like it doesn't print very well, which is a good thing. It's very slim, streamlined. Like I said, fast opening, great deployment, razor sharp. I love it, and definitely no regrets spending money on this knife. I picked this blade up for about $103.
Very versatile too.
It is. You can use this knife for anything, and if need be, you could use this as a last-ditch knife and probably use it as a thrusting weapon. Just because the cutting, it's got a flat blade on it. There is really no belly on it, so it's not a very good slicing weapon. But for penetration, you could probably use it. So I absolutely love this knife. Guys, if you do not have the Kershaw Leak in your collection, go buy one. Like, honestly, you won't regret it.
I know what's on my wish list now.
Richard's going to go get one now. These do come in silver, pink, the red and black is what I have, and I believe they come in a blue as well. So, there we go. Got some color variety. This next knife that we're going to bring out, this is a Schrade Tanto combination edge. This has the skeletonized aluminum handles. I'm not a very big fan of Tantos at all. I have never really found a good use for them. If it was a plain edge, it might be different. But this knife is very light. It is a survival knife. I could come up with a number of different survival applications that this would be good in. As far as, you know, cutting small twigs to make shelter, or making a spear if you had to, or even skinning small animals like rabbits, stuff like that. I would definitely, you could definitely use this weapon or this knife for that. It is very light, very, very well built. There's absolutely no blade play in it at all. The only downside that I have found to a blacked out knife is if you drop it, chances of you finding it in like the leaves and stuff are very slim. So that's my only issue with it. For survival knife, if you're actually going to use it in a survival situation, I wish they would come in like a bright orange or fluorescent color.
Let's see, very light. Has what do we call this? Like it kind of grooves in it, grooves in the handle.
It's got almost like an entire. It's got jipping all along the entire handle itself. For me, this is not a very good EDC knife just because I have never really found a use for a tanto blade. But for defense, you could probably use it.
Now you could fast deploy it. Yeah, this will be more of like a survival knife, like a light survival knife.
Definitely something you'd want to keep in your backpack or something like that in your small survival kit.
But it's light, so it won't have too much waste too much space in your. I mean, not too much for you to carry. See.
The balance isn't exactly great on this due to the fact that the liner at the back is heavier. It's got two supports between the scales at the back just for extra sturdiness. So
yeah, you can get a good grip on it. I mean, I would prefer like having it a bit more like if they had the edge there a bit more there, so you can have your thumb in there. But yeah, the saw would be good. Like this, I guess this you could also say would be a great country knife too.
Yeah, it would be a good work knife if
like,
you're out on the acreage or something like that.
Yeah, but very light. Not too bad grip. Yeah, but I want to carry this as my EDC.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that as an EDC. You could use it as a backup defense last ditch knife, but for me, I've got other options, which would suit me better.
Yeah, but otherwise, this is a decent knife.
You could pick this one up at Walmart for about $15-20.
Very good for the price. Does it hold the blade, edge long?
It does hold an edge for very long. I've never sharpened that knife, and I've used it quite a bit.
So, if you have $15 lying around and don't want to spend too much.
Yeah, if you if you want a cheap folder that is somewhat useful, definitely go check out the Schrade. So we're gonna get to our last folder here. We're gonna let Richard introduce this one here. So.
Okay. Alright, first time I'm seeing this one.
This is the TAC Force carbon fiber speedster.
Speedster, so it must be fast deployment.
It is very fast.
Oops.
It's assisted openings.
Oh, I see. Nice, yeah. Real nice to open. Light, but feels real nice, well built. Has a bit of a guard there, so you won't be slicing your fingers if you jab something. Let's see. Track speed. Has a nice edge there.
Yeah, it does have a very nice edge.
Did you sharpen it?
I've sharpened this knife a few times, yes.
Yeah. Feels nice. This actually feels real nice in the hand.
It does, yeah.
Now, this you could almost use this as a utility, but probably not preferred. It has a bit of curve there, so you could somehow use it, but yeah, this is actually very nice there. Jabbing in the I'm not sure. You probably wouldn't use this as slashing.
You could use this as a slash. The cutting belly isn't exactly the best for it, but it would leave a mark and probably fend some people off. So.
It looks like you only could have it down.
Yeah, it is only a tip down right side carry only.
But real nice. No, this is why they probably call it the TAC Super Speed. No, the Super Speed.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your thoughts?
So my immediate reactions when I got this knife is it was very cheaply made. It is a Torx construction, which I did like, but what I found was a lot of the screws are actually stripped, and one of them I actually had to replace with a different screw, just because the blade opens with so much force that it knocked one of the screws out. other than that, I have used this knife quite a bit. I did use it at work for quite a while. It is a frame lock design, which is another thing I do really like frame locks. There's 0 blade play in this one. This for me is my backup, like my very, very last ditch life or death situation. I'm getting my ass kicked by 12, 15 guys, and I'm about to die. This is my last ditch knife. This is what I would reach for.
Usually Dylan's doing the ass kicking though.
Yeah, kind of. So, this blade is definitely, it is a decent blade for what you get, what you pay for. Once again, blade is not centered, so if you're a stickler for that, don't even look at it. It is a 440C stainless blade. It's got the carbon fiber it's got a carbon fiber design along the center of the right hand scale. It is silver black and it's skeletonized handles. Basically, it's a decent knife for what you get paid for. If you do check this out, my suggestion to you right away would be pull it apart and Loctite it and then put it back together.
Seems like you got it together quite well.
I did, yeah. I ended up putting it back together after I took it apart. It was a bit of a pain in the ass to get back together, just because I had never done it before, but now that I've done it, I know how to do it, so.
Real fast opening.
It is a very fast opening, and it does kick your wrist. So if you're someone like me that likes a little bit of kick in your knives, definitely one for you. It's a great blade for what you pay for. Does hold an edge fairly well, and like I said, would be an absolute last ditch. Easy to carry, light, easy to conceal. So yeah. So that's the folders done. This is what would be good EDC, not good EDC, good defense, good utilities. That's what we focused on with these. So now we're going to move on to our fixed blades here. Right in front of us here we have my boot knife, and we got my Glock, and then we have Richard's Trailmaster, and 3 new knives for you guys, which Richard's going to talk about a little bit. I'm going to talk about those a little bit. So let's move right along here into the United Cutlery boot knife. A few of you guys have seen this before. This knife here is definitely strictly defense blade. The cutting belly on it is absolutely 0. This is an Austate steel, double-edged, very, very sharp. It's got the rubberized handle, which I like. It does have a lanyard hole on this side. So you could, if you are really, really into it, you could probably use this as a neck knife. Not my suggestion though. I use it as a boot knife. It goes into my cowboy boots on the outside. My jeans go over top of them. And then this is with me. You could also carry this on your belt, but once again, I would not advise it, just for the simple fact that the belt clip looks almost like a money clip, and it pops on and off all the time. So I absolutely love this blade. It is a strictly defense blade, and I hope to hell I never have to use it, but I carry this at night if I'm out by myself and ever have to use it in a life or death situation. I've got it, and this would be a absolutely last resort effort. My immediate reaction to this would not be the blade, it would be the butt, because you could use this as a hammering tool. It is a full 10 blades, so like this right here is the actual blade, back of the blade itself. So it's all one piece, and you could use this, and it's gonna hurt. So
now, what Dylan just showed me this a little while ago, I really like this here. Nice grip from my big hands there. See, I really like the dagger kind of look to it. See, it's made from Oz 8 steel, stainless steel, so it's pretty sharp.
The Oz 8 is a Japanese steel, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is a softer steel. It does chip out easy, but it is very easy to sharpen, and it does hold an edge very well.
Yeah, this is like really just a jabbing knife, right?
That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
a thrusting weapon. But you could use the back of it as a impact weapon as well for less lethal. And that would be my first route to go, would be impact first. And if that doesn't work and you try, then I would move on to the business end of the knife and
Yeah,
go from there.
that's why they probably elongated it a bit more there. Feels. Yeah, you
Like it's got some serious punch to it, so.
yeah, this will be like a, not, I won't say a good utility knife, but
I wouldn't use it for
Yeah.
utility or anything. It's strictly defense in my opinion.
yeah, you could if you really try, but
Yeah.
not worth the effort, especially it's a really nice knife. Something I should probably look into.
I would definitely.
Oh, anything else you want to say about it?
Oh, alright. So,
I also like the speed for it too.
yeah, the sheath is really nice. It is a genuine leather sheath with a stainless steel belt clip on it, or a boot clip. The only thing I really wish this came with would be a Kydex sheath or a polymer sheath, just so you could actually, you know, use paracord on it or anything like that, or strap it to your ankle as well would be a good one. So,
But other than that, it's pretty nice looking steep there.
it is, yeah.
Alright, so this one I just got recently, and you're going to get a preview before I put out the unboxing video. Now, this one, I can't remember the name. It doesn't really have a name. It was like, it had some kind of code name to it. This is like a very small, like, almost like a small Bowie knife. It just has written Survivor on it. It's a Chinese knife, stainless steel. I'm not sure what kind of stainless, just stainless steel.
Probably, it's probably a 440C stainless steel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I did sharpen this just a bit, like this. So, it's not a very hard steel from what I see. It's very light, and you could probably easily could probably use this as your EDC. Also has a little saw there too, so probably good for country. But for me, the handle's a bit short. It's not like it won't. If it was just slightly longer, this would be a perfect small knife for me. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts immediately when I pulled it out of the sheath was it looks like a miniature Ontario Knives classic Bowie, except it's black, not brown. That was my immediate thoughts about it. I like the handle, but for me it is once again a little short, like Richard said. If it was just like half an inch bigger, it'd be perfect. I think this would be a decent EDC knife if you want to carry a fixed blade. For the simple fact that it's small, it's light, it's not going to draw a lot of attention to you. The police aren't going to hassle you about it. And if you really had to, you could use it in a defense situation.
Survival situation.
Survival situation, defense, anything like that. This would be a decent knife to carry. Actually, I don't think I would carry this as an EDC, because for me, my definition of EDC is I'm going to carry it every day for at least 3 months. So this would be
like a backup knife, kind of.
This would be like a semi-EDC, depending on the day and situation. If we were going fishing or out to the farm or whatever, or out to the woods somewhere, I would definitely carry something like this in my EDC for that day. So
I plan on probably putting my school backpack.
it would be a good defense blade, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is my immediate thoughts on it. The only downside that I can really find to it is the handle is not long enough, and
it has that little groove out there too.
It does have the blood groove on it.
Also at the on the handle there, it gets if it was short, it wouldn't be too bad. But that, I guess it could also be if you want to carve something too. It keeps your hand in there, but
yeah,
it digs into your hand a bit, just your palm.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding right now when I actually close my hand around this blade. The butt of the blade actually like digs right in where your pinky actually folds over. So when you make a fist, the blade's actually right here, or the butt of the blade, sorry, is right here.
So if you have very small hands, go for this.
Yeah, if you're like a 3-year-old, sure. If you're like 19 and up, and you're a guy with big hands, probably not. My ex-girlfriend, this knife would probably fit perfect on it. But alright, so there we are.
Alright, you want to do the next one?
I would love to do the next one. Alright, so this is another one that Richard just picked up today. You got this one?
Where did I get it?
This one you got today?
Oh yeah, I got it today.
Okay, so Richard got this one today. It's got a leather sheath with it, which I love. It looks amazing. It's got the belt loop here. This knife is extremely heavy.
It's almost a pound.
So these are where we got our name for our channel, Damascus Iron, because these are made from Damascus Iron. Now,
oh, not
Damascus Steel, sorry.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to bring this blade up, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a close-up on this blade, because I absolutely love this. So.
Just flipping awesome.
Oh, it is great. So I'm going to bring this one up for you guys. Take a look at this. Actually, Richard, do you want to hit that light switch over there?
Let's see.
Get some extra light going here. Alright, so the design on this blade is just amazing. Look at the work all the way on the handles, all the way down the full tang. This knife is very heavy. I absolutely love this knife.
It's pretty balanced too.
It is very balanced. I don't want to drop it, so I'm not going to try it. But there we are. See if we can get it in there. There we go.
Horn handle too, so.
Look at the design on that. How many folds is this?
I think they said 200.
So the metal was actually folded over 200 times on this blade. For me, this would be a good survival knife or a bush knife or even hunting knife, really. This would be actually, hunting knife would be the best purpose for this, in my opinion. Fits great in your hand. The design on the top of the blade is about halfway, and that is almost like a jipping almost. And you could actually get your hand in there, do whatever you need to if you're hunting. And this, in my opinion, would be a great hunting knife, great outdoors knife. And the design on the blade, it just totally makes it. I love it. This is Damascus Steel.
I forget which steels they use right now, but they use 2 different steels for this one blade.
I love it. This is Damascus Steel. For any of you guys that don't know what Damascus Steel is, this is what it is. So, right on. I absolutely love it. The handles are very well made. This is a very high quality knife. I'm very impressed with it. I love it.
And the thing for this one, I got on eBay for like 60 bucks. The guy who's selling these right now, he has others for the buy it now option. You could get some of these for 150, but if you're lucky, you could get some for like 50 bucks. There's some you could get for have 400 folds to it for like around the same price too, which is just insane. Yeah, so I got this off eBay from England, and it's handmade. He has another knife on this, right now. If you just put in Damascus, you should see something like this on here, Damascus knives or whatever. Yeah, I really like the feel to this.
It has a lot of weight to the blade.
It kind of gives it that quality feel.
That thing, if you're doing some chopping, that's got so much momentum behind it. That's a lot of energy hitting that. So.
And it has a nice spine to it too.
The spine is incredible on it. It's almost, I would say it's maybe a little thinner than the Trailmaster. We're going to do a comparison after this of the Damascus Steel and the Trailmaster. I want to see those two spines side by side. Yeah. So we'll do a comparison after that for you guys. So
yeah, this I probably wouldn't really want to take this out for hunting and stuff, because it's kind of like a collector's knife, but maybe one day if I feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, I just love this here.
If you've got $70 laying around and you're not worried about messing up the blade, go out and use it for hunting.
Well, like buck knives, like they cost around the same price as this.
Yeah, a buck knife, it's a cheaper quality steel, and you know what? Actually, it's not a cheaper quality steel, it's a different type of steel, and you're going to get the same quality for about the same amount of money. But in my opinion, like Richard said, and I'm going to agree with him, this is more of a collector's knife than anything else. But yeah, he showed me that earlier, and I loved it. It was great. I love the design on it.
Yeah, and what else was it going to say? Yeah, this is handmade though, so there's like no, I couldn't find any stamp marks or anything like that. I believe handmade in England. Horn handle, and a bit of the steel that goes on to here too. I'm not sure what kind of steel that is there. Like, yeah, I forget which one it is, but yeah, I love this.
And you know, you can tell it's handmade because a lot of the curves, every curve and cut on the spine is different, and you know they're not all the same, and then you know they're not uniform or anything like that. And I think that just adds to the actual look of the knife. Some of them are deeper than others. Some of them have a bigger arch than the other ones. And you know, like I like that because you can tell it's a genuine handmade knife, and the fact that there's no stamps on it either is awesome.
Just makes it make it one of a kind.
Exactly. Like I guarantee you that if he did another model of this knife, I'm gonna call it scroll work jipping. That's what I'm gonna call it because it's almost what it looks like. It's all waved. I guarantee you that the cuts are gonna be different, or like very different, or there's no knife ever gonna be the same as this one. The pattern on the blade will never be the same. It's like a katana. The steels, the way they're folded, every katana is different, and that's like this knife. Every one of these blades is going to be different. It's going to have a different pattern on it, and we'll show you that here in a minute. So, all right. Anything else you want to say about it?
I think that's it. Let's move on to your Glock.
Alrighty. So I'm going to open up with the Glock here. Once again, you guys have seen this knife a few times. This I would not use as an EDC knife in city carry, just for the simple fact that it is so big. You're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself and probably get a lot of unwanted trouble, especially from the police. But if you're outdoors like Richard and I were when we did the farm video, or when we did the produce video, I would definitely carry it. This is definitely a bayonet style knife, more of a thrusting weapon. The saw on the back is absolutely incredible. I love the plain edge. I put a bigger edge on it. It is now sharper than it was when I got it. I've kept this knife oiled, so it's not rusting like it was before. But like honestly, guys, if you want a good survival knife, go check this knife out. I would definitely trust my life to this knife in a survival situation. This knife is absolutely incredible. The steel is great. It is a spring steel. I have not got the back open yet. I've been working on it, but I just don't want to wreck the back of the knife, so I haven't really tried too hard. But like I said in the previous video, there is a metal tube inside here that goes to the first indent on the handle, and you could probably put flint stick in there. You could put some cotton balls in there. Pretty much anything you want survival related, if you can fit it in there, throw it in there. So that's what I'm going to do. But definitely a great knife. Very light. Love the weight. Love the blade. Love the saw. Love the way this thing penetrates. I love it.
Yeah, I had used this. I just love it too. This is definitely not an EDC. It would be just like every rare occasion, or if you're, I guess if you're in the forest, this would be an EDC.
Yeah, if you're in the forest, definitely use this as an EDC.
Yeah, but yeah, I just love this. Like I love the saw here. Like that would cut almost through anything.
Yeah, it definitely would. I love it.
Also, So you say you could put a flint in here and stuff?
Yeah, this piece here actually comes off, but I haven't worked on it too much. The first time you take them off, it's very difficult, and then once you could put them back on, they're easier to take off. But I just haven't wanted to mess around with it too much.
Now, just thinking about it right now, you could almost use this as a fist now on it.
Yeah, you could use it as a fist, yeah, or as a hammer.
Yeah, this thing keeps the blade pretty well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, it does hold very well fit.
You did have to change the whole blade up.
I did resharpen it just because I didn't like the factory edge, so I changed it.
Yeah, but still, this is a feels nice in the hand there. I'm pretty sure, yes, pretty balanced there. Just a.
It is a lot of blade heavy though.
Yeah, it's a bit blade heavy, but nice handle there. This is not going to slip in your hand no matter what, really, unless if you have butterfingers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really want one of these. I want this one.
I love it. Alright, so shall we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Alright.
Alright, so you guys had seen this one in our first video together. It's with this X sheath here. The Trailmaster SK5. My baby.
This thing is a fucking monster.
Yeah, this thing, I'm going to carry this as for an ABC. Nah, you won't want to carry this around. Definitely, if the Glock is going to cause attention, I think this is going to cause everyone looking at you.
Yeah.
I don't think you can carry this legally around here, can you?
8-inch blade limit, but
I think this might be a little bit over.
I think that's about an 8-inch blade,
Yeah.
maybe a little more. There are some circumstances where you can carry a larger blade, depending on what you're doing. I know a lot of forestry do carry like machetes and stuff around, so in my opinion that would be classed as a machete.
Yeah.
It's big enough, but no, seriously, you could, if you were using it for work purposes, and you know, like if you're out in the bush, you run into town, do a bit of grocery shopping for the camp or whatever, you could probably get away with it. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't advise trying it, but you probably could. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say also in the woods, this would be great because if a bear tries fucking with you, I don't pull this out. I think it's going to freak him out just a bit.
Whoa, wait, don't want any trouble over here.
Yeah, but yeah, it's real blade heavy. It's like on no balance there, but that's, you kind of want this in a blade like this, chopping action there. It's almost like axe machete, but more flatter edge there, not a big round over there. But also kind of like hunting knife too, because of the kind of the point, like how they carved it into a, what do you say, a spear tip kind of almost?
For me, I would call that a drop point.
Drop, okay.
But that's just my opinion on it, just because the blade does drop. It could also be a clip point because the blade does come, or the tip of the blade does come up a little bit as well.
And this thing holds the edge pretty well, all the abuse we put it through so far.
Yeah, well, chopping through that tree.
Also, rubberized handle with indents in it. So, shouldn't slip out of your hand too easy. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are Michael Myers and Halloween, but anyways, once again, I swear the steel they used on this, it's got to be about an 1/8-inch steel plate that they stamped this thing out of, because it is just fucking massive. The handle is a very nice rubberized handle. You got the hand guards here, so your hand is not going to slip. You got a lanyard hole, which is really nice because you could actually, you know, if you're carrying it on your side and you're using it all the time, my opinion would be put a lanyard on here, wrap it around your wrist, and hold it, and then that's going to lock your hand in even more like you would with a machete. So, you know, put a lanyard on, wrap it around your wrist or whatever, and then you're not going to lose it. It's locked into your hand. shit and abuse we put this thing through at the farm, the edge is still perfect. It didn't chip, it didn't dent, it didn't do anything. It's almost like it wasn't even used.
It's not razor sharp, but it's sharp enough to do what it's meant to do.
Exactly. And like I said, I would not use this as an EDC knife, just for the simple fact that you don't want to risk losing a knife like this. I would use it as a work knife, definitely utility knife out in the bush. But like coming into town, walking into a bank with it, no thank you. Walking through a grocery store with it, people are going to look and kind of raise a few eyebrows. Just for the simple fact that this thing is so massive that, you know, it's going to draw attention. It's like walking through a friggin' store with an AK-47. People are going to look, especially in our town the way things are right now. People are going to wonder.
There's some wimps here.
Yeah. With the amount of troubles that we have in our town right now, people are really going to wonder. So I definitely would not use this as an EDC.
Yeah.
This is one knife that I would, you know, have no problems throwing some oil on it, throwing it underneath the seat of my truck or in the back of my truck, and going out to the bush, put it back when I'm done, leave it in my truck. But I would not use this as an EDC. And the fact that it's so goddamn heavy, you'd be walking around and looking like a gangster because it'd be leaned over to one side. But
great for gangster training.
yeah. And it's going to pull your pants down too. So, let's do a comparison on the spines of these blades. Let's see here. Okay, so
it is a bit small.
The Damascus is about half the width. We're gonna. So I don't know how well you guys can see that. So we got the Trailmaster right here, the Damascus Steel right here. So it is about half the width and about half the length. The entire knife is about half the length. So, like, let's see here. Get him into view. And they just keep going and going and going and going and going. So, I would say this is definitely a clip point blade, just for the simple fact that the blade does come up a little bit at the top, or at the tip. So, yeah, like this knife, I definitely have to get myself one of these. Not anytime soon, I don't have the money for it. But the amount of shit and abuse this knife can take, if you are out in the bush and you're looking for a knife, like if you are actually working out in the bush doing tree planting or marking trees or whatever for to be cut, this would be a good knife for you because it's going to hold an edge. You can get out and, you know, when you're making trails or whatever, they call it Trailmaster for a reason because, you know what, you're going to cut through all that underbrush and the overgrown stuff, no problem with it. You're going to make your life easier getting through. So my opinion would be definitely, if you're out in the bush working, go pick up one of a Cold Steel Trailmaster SK5. It's going to pay for itself in the end if you're using it for work every day. And as long as you keep it oiled, treat it properly, this knife is going to last you a lifetime. Okay. Alright, so Richard's going to introduce the last and final knife here.
Alright, let's do a semi-unboxing. It's so precious to me, keeping it in its original box. I'm not going to say exact what it is right now. It's going to be on my channel in the unboxing and semi-unboxing right now. It's made in Japan. I think it's Siki. I'm not sure how you say it there. It's a Kizuni or whatever. This is a Eurasian model. Now, the sheath here is actually oak wood. So, yeah, this is pretty.
You might want to go up a little farther and get a better shot of that thing.
Yeah, sure. It's pretty. One thing I love about this knife, it's like has that traditional tactical feel to it. Not sure if you can actually see the colors in it. I hope you can see that. Well, it seems it's a bit dark, so it would absorb some of the light or whatever, but keeping the blade all well nice. Let's see, can you... Not sure if they could see that.
This is another Damascus Steel.
Yeah, 15 layers this one is. Yeah, it seems for some reason it's not showing up too well.
For a better look at this, watch on Richard's channel for the video to be uploaded, and you'll get a better look at it.
Yeah, this is a very light knife here. Now, EDC, I'm not sure. I don't think you would really carry this as your EDC, but it's light enough you could probably do it. But it would somehow raise some eyebrows just thinking, what the hell is that thing?
Yeah, exactly.
This teeth there. But this actually feels nice in your hand. Like when I got this, it's just like, I do not want to let go of this. It just feels, I just want to sleep with this thing. It's just the only fact is, knife sleeping, rolling over.
Yeah, kind of a bad idea. It's like keeping a loaded gun underneath your pillow, bowling for Columbine.
But yeah, it has an oak handle. It's very well balanced. Now this I paid way more than my Trailmaster for. Just a bit though, but yeah, it's made from a blue steel. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, from my research it's semi-stainless. Oh, like it won't rust. It shouldn't rust as easy as the other blades there, but since it's folded there, I think the edge is more prone to rusting there. But yeah, I really like this here.
Alright, let's hand this beast over. Alright, so my immediate thoughts, and Richard showed me earlier, it's extremely light. I love the single handguard. It locks your index finger in. You can really choke up on it, get a good grip. And that knife ain't going to go anywhere. And like I said with the last Damascus Steel blade that Richard has here, no two are alike. Like, the patterns on this one are totally different from the ones on the other one.
Yeah, this one's handmade too.
Yeah, they're both handmade. Like, it's all in the mount and the way they fold the steel is what you're going to get the patterns. And there's absolutely no other knife in the world identical to this one. It may look close, but once you actually look at the detail up close, like, I can't even describe it. You have to see it in person to see the detail on the blade. And if you get it in the right light, you can see all the swirls and everything in the blade. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this knife. The blade on it is amazing. It is very sharp. The point on it is great. This is another clip point blade. Like, the handle on it is absolutely incredible. It is wrapped with the same style as the Japanese swords. So if you have an authentic Japanese sword, you know what I'm talking about. If not, it is almost wrapped with like a twine, and it's dipped in like a black coating that keeps that twine on there, and it's not gonna. I almost want to say that this is water resistant.
Yeah, I didn't test that so far, but
like, it's the entire back half of the knife is dipped, is what it looks like, because it's thicker on some parts, it's thinner on others, and you know that just adds to the uniqueness of the knife.
Also the color too.
The color as well, yeah, definitely. You're not gonna find another knife exactly like this one. There's gonna be some similar, but they're all gonna be different in one way or another. I love the way the metals, you know, you can see where one starts and then ends, and then lower down the blade it starts again. The cutting edge on it is, you know, a lot of knives are just straight metal, that's it. But with this one, right on the edge itself, it goes black, light gray, and then right at the bottom it kind of fades into the silver where the stainless steel color. But all the way through it, you see swirls of the gray and everything, and it's incredible. And it's totally different on the back side of the blade than it is from the other side of the blade. And everything about this knife is so unique and different that you could probably look at this knife under a microscope, and every time you look at it, you're going to find something different. So, if you guys are into collecting knives and you want a nice showpiece, definitely get yourself some Damascus Steel knives. They are absolutely incredible. The attention to detail and the way they're made and the uniqueness of them is absolutely incredible. I'm sold on them. I'm going to have to get myself a couple.
Couple are going to run you.
Yeah, a couple are going to run me. But as far as utility use, I would not use this knife just for the fact that it is so expensive. I know I'm probably getting shit for that. But you know, I would use this more as a collector's piece and a show item. And I'd have it sitting in a display case on a knife stand with a light over top of it at all times, and probably laser security system. But I would not use this as a work or utility knife unless it was like absolutely zombie apocalypse, world is ending.
Yeah.
I need a knife, and all my others are done.
Because that knife there, I actually think it could withstand quite a bit.
I think this knife could probably withstand a lot.
Like it feel like, even though it feels light, it actually feels, you could actually feel the quality that was put into it.
I promise you guys, if I win the lottery, I will buy 2 of these and we'll do destruction tests on them. See how strong they actually are.
Or if you're rich, just send him the money.
Yeah, if you're rich and you want to see us do destruction tests, send me some money. I'm more than happy to do it. But definitely an impressive knife. Beautiful to look at. Great feel. Absolutely comfortable. It feels so natural in your hand. I can see why Richard doesn't want to, you know, put it down. And it's beautiful, and I absolutely love it. And I don't think Richard's going to get it back. But yeah, you guys definitely go check out Damascus Steel's. The blades, the knife, the quality of knives you're going to get. Absolutely incredible. And Richard got a hell of a deal on this one. Got a hell of a deal on the last one as well. And I can't wait to get myself one.
Just, yeah, when you're going to buy these, do not go off eBay or Amazon. They're a bit more pricier. Like there's one site, I think it was Damascus, I think it was just called Damascus Steel. They sell these knives. They have other knives too, but do not fall into all of them. Like they have some made in Pakistan. Well, not these ones, but other companies made in Pakistan. Like I believe Colt's made in Pakistan.
Yeah, Colt's made in Pakistan.
Try probably staying away from those knives. I'm not sure about their quality. They're cheaper, but if you want more for your money, just go out all out and probably just get one of these, or if you have some money, get a few.
Exactly. Well, and if you want to see a destruction test and you've got a lot of money laying around, I'll give you guys my PayPal information and just wire me the money.
Yeah. And also, I saw this on We All Juggle Knives.
Yep.
Yeah. He has he has a few of these, a few of his videos. He shows the starter out knife like that starts around $90. And this one cost me $175 after shipping and all that. I got the site, it's $50 cheaper than going like just eBay or something like that after shipping and all that. I really love this knife.
It is a beautiful knife.
Yeah.
So is the other one. Both of them are just incredible knives. The craftsmanship, the quality, the feel, the look, everything about them is just truly incredible. And like I said, you're not going to find one exactly like it. Like, everyone is going to be different. So, I think we're going to end the video here.
Yeah, it's only been like over an hour.
This was supposed to be about a 5-minute video, and it has turned into probably about a 45-minute video.
Hopefully we didn't bore you.
Guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know we enjoyed making it. We do this stuff for you guys. And we want to thank our subscribers and all our viewers out there. Thank you guys for supporting us, and letting us get in front of the camera for you guys, sharing these with you, and thank you guys for watching everything, and we'll catch you guys later. And I'm 329.
And I'm Royalty.
We are Damascus Iron, and we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.